Hi guys, this is Dan. Welcome to Angle Guys. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate them. This is the monthly Tarotscope for the sign of Cancer for the month of June of 2021. If you're seeing this on a date that's not, June or 2021, you can still watch it. There might still be some information in here for you. But this is for anybody with a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Cancer or heavily placed planets in the sign of Cancer. So that would be 3 or more planets. I would consider that heavily placed. If you have any of those or you're cross-watching for any of those people, that may this may indicate what type of a month you may have in the month of June. If it does not make sense or does not apply, that's okay. Nothing's wrong. It just might mean that, your planets might be in different houses, all of that. I just go for the sort of general overview of the energy for the month for that sign for June. So it gives you insight into a sort of what type of a month you might have, where you may want to best apply your attentions and energies, things you might want to be aware about, that sort of a thing. Basically, take what you need and leave the rest. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up button and think about subscribing if you're watching via YouTube. If you're watching over on Facebook, please feel free to share the video. Give it a thumbs up button too if you'd like, and go and subscribe over on the YouTube channel. So I think that's it. Is there anything else I need to say? I don't think so. I think we're good there. So let's just get into this. This first card is from the Animal Spirit Oracle by Tim Kranz. Haven't worked with this deck in a while. I just felt inspired to pull it out today. This Animal Spirit card will be your signifier for the month. It could be something to reflect upon or focus on throughout the month of June. It could also be a guide or an attribute you want to enhance or cultivate in the month of June. Let's see what comes up for Cancer. Oh, that's what I normally say too. This is a broad spectrum reading. So I speak in broad terms. You have to figure out exactly where it fits in your life and apply it. So your animal spirit this month is dragon. Okay. So this is one of the sort of the mystical animals of the deck. I can't remember, what do they call it? They're separated by element, like earth, air, fire, water. I think this is spirit, right? So this is a spirit animal for sure. Dragon being a mythical creature, right? Magical oftentimes. Dragons usually grant wishes. They can, they're fierce protectors. They're fierce guardians. This could be a little bit of a connection to the other side for Cancer, is the kind of the vibe that I'm getting as I'm looking at this dragon's eye. I feel like this is sort of Cancer being able to maybe see through to the other side of maybe say a situation, to be more sort of in tune, and not just necessarily like spiritually in tune, but like maybe it's through your emotions, maybe it's through an awareness that you have, but something should give you a perception or an ability to see in a way that others can't, is kind of the feeling that I'm getting, especially with this dragon's eye looking right at me. I almost feel like this is Cancer's energy, like peering through a situation, seeing something as it is, or from a perspective that others are unaware of, right? So don't be surprised if that happens in the month of June. It's going to be a gift. It's going to be a strength of yours. This could be, for some of you, this could be seeing something outside of the box that enables you to get noticed or garner appreciation or validation in a way. Does that make sense? There's a certain strength and a magnitude with dragon that I feel like some of my Cancers could get honored in that way or seen in that way, where you're not so much the formidability of a dragon, but the presence and the magic, the powerfulness, the skill of a dragon, right? So like, what I mean by that is maybe you're looking outside of the box at a situation at work and you're able to see a solution that others can't, because you're connected to some part of yourself, either emotionally, spiritually, intuitionally, whatever the word is, or however it's going to manifest for you this month. It's going to be impactful, powerful, and positive, ultimately, is my feeling. So let's look to the tarot cards and see what they have to say. I also have to say this. I'm looking at this dragon's eye, and I just want to acknowledge some of the tiredness. I don't know why. I just want to say, like, for those Cancerians that are out there that are watching this, that might feel exasperated, tired, like it's almost like a don't give up message in a way. Not that like you're planning on giving up, but like it just feels like as I look at this dragon's eye, I feel like my Cancers have been through a lot. They've done a lot up until recently. There's been maybe a lot of change, a lot of maybe even struggle for some of you. I kind of get the feeling that's sort of the tiredness, the wisdom through weariness in a way that I feel with this dragon. Dragons are ancient creatures, right? They've lived forever. They've seen it all. There's that kind of a thing. And so that might be some of the tiredness that I'm feeling here. All of that amounts to strength and knowledge and intelligence, and all of that serves a purpose. So don't forget that aspect of all of this as you move through June, because it will serve you well. And I think that there's a shift in the tides, if that makes any sense. No pun intended, since you're a water sign. All right, so let's get into this. The center card is where you're centered at this month. It's kind of, gives me insight into sort of where you're at, but also what you see. Pentacles. Not mad at this. Remember when I said something about seeing something outside of the box at work? Seeing it from only your weird, and I don't mean weird in a bad way, I mean like your own individualized sort of viewpoint, Cancer. This Ace of Pentacles could indicate that newness or that new thought, that new idea that manifests in a very physical way. Pentacles being that of money, career, the physical sort of realm. This could be new opportunities, or you could be seeking or looking for new opportunities that bring you levels of appreciation, either monetarily or just, through notice. Like I was saying, there feels like there is this opportunity here where we can get seen for kind of our own, how do I want to say this? I feel like I'm stumbling over my words. Like dragon to me is this energy of this sort of mythical, amazing creature. And so like when I want to apply this to Cancer, it's like, Cancer, you are a mythical, amazing creature. And you might feel tired. You might not have felt seen in the recent, few years or months or whatever it may be for you. Each one, it's going to be a different amount of time. But you're not necessarily feeling seen. You may know your worth and your attributes, your skill set, but maybe you've lost touch with that, or not necessarily been able to key into it as easily because the outside environment doesn't necessarily acknowledge that. But now we're at this place where we're looking for new avenues. We're looking for new opportunities to appreciate ourselves in that way. And if we're I feel like both of these two cards together are kind of operating from this standpoint of how can I bring my own personal spin to this, bring my own personal magic to this, bring my own personal insight, awareness, intelligence, be it emotional intelligence or intuition, whatever it is, bringing it in and making it open up new pathways for you in your day-to-day world, through relationships, through work, through money, through home, all of that. This is the month to kind of do that. Dragon is going to be your guide. Trust your spirit, trust the like weird, funky Cancerian part of you that may not make sense to others. Don't listen to what others have to say. Trust that and watch what doors open up. I know that you're seeking new doors. This being your center is this opportunity for this desire for new opportunities. Allow that to be, this being your center says, okay, Cancer's ready to open the door or the window or whatever the fuck Cancer needs to open. So they can start to move forward in new and inspired ways. Let's go to the foundation card and see what that's about. This is usually the past. It tells me a little bit about sort of where things were and why things are the way that they are today. It opens the door for everything to be the way that it is. It's also the memory of this card that can sort of be driving the cards that are happening in the rest of the, everything's built upon this card essentially. So let's look. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles energy. All of this is Earth. I'm not mad at that because Earth is complementary to the water sign that is Cancer, right? And when I see this Seven of Pentacles is about patience and hard work, knowing that everything that you do now will soon pay off. Whatever was going on in the past, we have been working hard. The acknowledgement or feeling like the payoff has been equitable to the amount of work or the sheer amount of attention that we place into, say, a work situation or a relationship or a familial relationship. Whatever it is for each one of my Cancers, it's going to be something, specific to you. But wherever it is, you've done the work, you've sacrificed the self, you've given it your best and most honest, effort and attention. And each, like I said, each one of you is going to be something different. But now we're ready for something more. Now, this more that we see here in this Ace of Pentacles could be the transformation of whatever this is that we've been working on in the past. It could be finally coming to fruition, or it could be an ultimate change altogether, letting go of something that we've been working hard at that hasn't necessarily paid off, or letting go of not an opportunity, but a situation that maybe we've put a lot of effort into and it's just not really quite paid off. We want something bigger, better, newer, more. But ultimately, with this being your foundation card, this is a very stable card, I would say, in the sense that to me, it's not only is it Pentacles, which is sort of grounded earth energy, but it's also about hard work, dedication, attention, patience, all of that. So I like this as it moves forward, because even though we have the magic of Dragon and the inspiration of the Ace of Pentacles as our center and our guide this month, which kind of opens the door for a lot of opportunity, we also have this practical sort of dedicated energy underneath it all that says to me that, okay, whatever Cancer does put in their hat, whatever feather Cancer puts in their hat, or whatever desire that they start to seek or start to make manifest, whether it's something that they've been working at for a long time, or they shift and go for something completely new, either way, the payoff, the focus of the payoff is here and an intent. And we've certainly got a magical eye trained upon it, right? Now let's go to the spirit or soul card. This card tells me a bit about sort of where your spirit is at during the month of June. So let's see. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Cancer's about to get their money right, it looks like. All right, so lots of earth energy through here, Cancer. One thing I am going to say about these three Pentacles cards is that I would say that the phrase "to thy own self be true" comes in here. This is about sort of all this Pentacles energy amongst my Cancers. To me, it feels like Pentacles being earth energy, it feels like owning sort of who we are and what we want and what we desire and how to go about getting that and making that happen, even if we have to use a magical means to get there, right? This sort of spiritual, mythical aspect of ourselves, right? This connected in other ways sort of part of ourselves to make these things happen. We've maybe gone in the past towards more practical, grounded routes, and they maybe haven't paid off in the way that our spirit really wants. There's this being in the spirit space, although it's a Pentacles card, I'm not mad at it because it's the highest of the Pentacles. It's the Ten of Pentacles. So to me, it is, it's about that, I don't want to just call it just financial abundance, but to me, it feels like it's abundance in the physical realm or in our world in such a way that it can bring nothing but sort of joy to us, right? And I know that it's not, you guys are water signs, right? So I know it's not all about money for you guys, but I do feel, I mean, for some of you, it very well may be with all of these Pentacles, but I do feel like there is this opportunity for you not only to take care of yourself, but others here. This is about being your own provider and a provider for those that you love too. This doesn't just stop at just taking care of the bills. This is about having ease, having what we need when we need it, as much of it as we need, and so much so that we can share it with others, right? It's that kind of a vibe. So ultimately, when I look at all of these, it feels like there could be a very new experience about to dawn physically for my Cancerians as they move through the month of June. They need to maintain hope. They need to maintain dedication, and they have thus far, but like maintain this dedication and this attention, right? But they need to sort of dream of the biggest and highest ideals and live in that dream, even if it doesn't feel like it's fully here yet, because the inspiration and the newness and the opportunity that's in this ace, it's like it's almost not yet been created, and we have to like sort of keep our eye on that prize and make it happen, right? We have to tap into that spirit and say, okay, what is it that's going to make my heart sing? And it's not, I know it's not all just about physical things, but this could be about, you know, what sort of relationships do I want? What do I want my relationships to look like with my family? What do I want, you know, financially to be able to provide for those people and myself? And what is it going to be that's going to like open those floodgates in a way, right? I feel like it's all there and available to you. You just gotta like really almost like what's the word? Like actively choose your focal point. That's this eye that we have here. All right, so let's get into the outside influences. These are things that could be affecting you either positively or negatively during the month of June. They can be things like people or situations, sometimes things more vague like belief systems or energies that are having an effect on us during this time. So let's look. We have the Three of Wands. I love it. This is all about expectation. This is about sort of taking action through expectation in a way. This is about sort of waiting in a place of receptivity for things to come to you. When I look at this as an outside influence, it says to me that you're ready to receive with this Ace of Pentacles in the center. This to me says also remain in that state of reception, right? Remain in that state of almost like I deserve. Does that make sense? Because like that would be a really good phrase for these three cards here. We see that the spirit wants us to like understand how much we actually deserve, like more than we probably even can comprehend at a mental level. We also see that the work that we put in the past also indicates that we've been, you know, present, dedicated, attentive, done things as best we can. And yes, maybe it hasn't quite paid off yet, but we have done that work. Does that make sense? So we do deserve. And I feel like this Three of Wands is telling us that we might get signals from our environment, from people, from our job, wherever that may be for us, to not wait, but like to sit in anticipation, to almost dream as if it already exists, and then let it come to you, let it be received by you. That's this also the sort of magical energy of dragon, right? It's like, let's pull it out of almost thin air in a way. I know that sounds a little crazy, but Wands is that element of fire, which would also be the element of spirit. So again, we have spirit in the dragon, we have spirit in the Wands card. So there is some, I would say, you know, extra influences that are happening around us that could be inspiring us or creating opportunity for us, and we need to be able to sort of see that and appreciate that and accept that as it comes this month during June. So let's look at the next card. The next card is the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is Piscean energy. Not mad at that because it's your sister sort of water sign. The Hanged Man is about a pause or sort of maybe being a little bit unable to move forward in a way until we get sort of the enlightenment that we need, the sort of spiritual awareness or the understanding of the situation, right? In such a way that we can then sort of free ourselves and move forward. There's something that's going on that might need to, that might not allow us to move forward, that we might feel It's funny because both of these cards are waiting to me. What are they waiting for? I feel like both of these cards, as outside influences, are waiting on my Cancerians. This one is waiting in anticipation, and this one is waiting for some sort of awareness or understanding. And it's going to be big or profound. It is the only major arcana that you have in this deck or in this reading. So to me, this should be obvious, big, profound. It should mean that you might feel slightly stuck. We have a little bit of stuck energy down here in the Seven of Pentacles, right? Because he's sort of harvesting and waiting and waiting and waiting. We're waiting and waiting here too. This to me is in anticipation, though. This is more exciting of a wait. This is more about how do I want to say this? Like, this is more about being held back or being not forced to look upon something, but being required is a good word, required to understand something from a spiritual, oftentimes emotional, it could be emotional too, this being Piscean energy, being required to understand this before you're able to move forward. I did this with the last, I'm going to have to stop clarifying these things, but I'm going to clarify. I want this Ace of Pentacles clarified in the center, I feel like, and that's going to give me the answers that I need for these two. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles, please. So we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Page of Cups. Something needs to be sort of rediscovered within oneself, is my feeling. I feel like this Ace of Swords is the truth, obviously, and on top of the Ace of Pentacles, this is all about new beginnings or new opportunities to see things and live things in a different way, or to understand and know things in a different way, and to sort of start to produce that knowing. The Ten of Wands is about sort of letting go of that burden or ending up those chapters. I feel like those chapters maybe have already been ended up in a way with this Ace of Pentacles here and the Ace of Swords, but we might be doing some finishing touches, making sure we really want to let go, or making sure we really are moving in this different direction. The Page of Cups to me is also that is water sign energy, and I feel like this is the part that Cancer needs to get back to. This is the optimism. This is remember when I said this dragon felt beleaguered or tired? We maybe have lost our sense of self through hard work and dedication, lost our sense of exuberance, optimism. That would be this Page of Cups. That's this magical thinking. That's what brings this dragon into existence. That's this little boy, this boy speaking to the fish in the cup. He is the sweetness that it would be sort of considered Cancerian in nature. He would be the one that would believe that this spirit, or this higher self, would believe that all of these well wishes and good things could come to them, right? And we maybe have lost sight of that through hard work and nose to the grindstone mentality and behavior. And the truth is we're in the process of figuring out there's something else out there. There's some opportunity for us. The spiritual awareness or enlightenment, I think, is this card here. Hanged Man is associated with Pisces. I also consider Page of Cups very much a Piscean card too. The sweeter version of Pisces. This is maybe the slightly more tortured version of Pisces. But when I'm looking at these two, it's sort of like we might need to, through spiritual understanding and emotional understanding of who we are and where we're at, get ourselves sort of unstuck in a way and start to believe in ourselves again, believe in the magic of who we are, believe in the magic of our creation and our ability. There's been a period where we did still believe in ourselves, but we worked so hard and maybe it didn't come off the way we thought it would. So we're in this period of, yes, there's a rejuvenation or this opportunity to sort of want more, desire more, We certainly are being told from our higher self that we can have more, but do we believe that do we believe that we can really have it because of maybe past attempts that have not maybe quite paid off in the way that we thought? The Three of Wands indicates that indeed, if we wait in anticipation with that pure desire, we certainly can have it. It will come to us, but it requires a little bit of patience. And as we have that patience, we need to wait during this time while we wait for the sort of universe to match up to us. This is the time for us to do the opportune work of sorting out emotionally, spiritually, and sort of intuitively where we are stuck or where we have forgotten ourselves in some way, shape, or form. Get ourselves back to the playful nature of this Page of Cups. Get ourselves back to the enjoyment of life. And I think that it's there for you. All right, so this next card is the potential outcomes. This card is potential, meaning it's not set in stone. It is sort of where things are naturally heading, barring that nothing major changes. So if this card is negative, we can take heart in the fact that this card can be changed through our own free will by making and using it as a warning right now to make choices and changes to affect the outcome. But the good thing is if this is a good card, we can take it, we can be happy knowing that we're naturally heading towards this at this time. So let's look and see. So we've got the Six of Wands. I'm not bothered by this at all. The Six of Wands says to me that this is about celebration. Remember I said being appreciated for the weird Cancerian that we are? The Page of Cups that's here, right? Being appreciated or noticed or seen, looking at things outside of the box in ways that others can't see it. That's this Page of Cups energy. We need to tap into this and connect to it. It might take us a little bit of this month to figure that out and free ourselves up to allow ourselves to just own who we are and what we do and how we do it, the truth of that, the magnitude of that, and then put that to work for us. But ultimately, the Six of Wands is about that celebration, is about being honored in that way, is about being seen that way, is, this sort of grand gesture of really allowing others to kind of honor us or validate us in ways that we maybe haven't felt validated and seen very well. Maybe, in our past, we were working at something or doing things from a perspective of obligation or dedication that wasn't necessarily in line with who we truly are. And maybe that's why it's not been such a great payoff or didn't feel like it went as smoothly as we thought. There is opportunities here for things to go far more smoothly, but we almost need to get out of our own way, Cancer. That's my feeling. Get back to sort of the core basics of who you are, which is the joy and the sort of magical thinking of this Page of Cups. The truth of that, your own truth, and celebrate that truth. Let go of the burdens of things that belong to other people and allow yourself to be seen and celebrated in such a way that is powerful. By the end of the month, though, with the Six of Wands there, you will be, I think, okay and all the more prepared for the gifts that are in that Ten of Pentacles in that spirit space. You just need to sort of believe that you can get there. That's my feeling. That is totally my feeling. So that is your forecast, guys, for the sign of Cancer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about this new layout of doing it on the table versus on the wood block. I just wanted a change. I was feeling like needing a change. What was I going to say? Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Share it with other Cancerians if you know anybody that could use it. Share it in groups where you think it would be best be utilized. Help me get the word out, guys. Those of you that watch, I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. If you feel so inclined, we would love to have you. There's a daily forecast every day on the channel on YouTube. And I look forward to seeing you guys next month. All right. Have a great day, you guys, and have a great month. It really looks like an opportunity to get back to the true you and the magic that resides in there. All right. Have a good day, you guys, and take care. Bye-bye.